welcome back. It's me, Crystal Sky. How are y'all doing today? And I hope all of you are doing fine this morning, afternoon, night, whatever time of the day that you're currently in. Today is going to be a short vlog of what I do in my day. So right now it's currently 7:27 in the morning. My shift starts at around 8. I work from home, so I don't really have to do much. I just have to set up my workstation. But anyway, before my work starts, this is what I do throughout my day. First, I wake up around like 4 in the morning, somewhere around like 4 in the morning. And I start my day off with a coffee. Now, mind you, I already had a coffee off camera, so I'm not going to be doing that. So, yeah, so today's just going to be a short vlog of what I do in my day-to-day life. Now, you guys have not gotten a vlog like that in quite some time. It's been maybe a year or so, but follow me throughout my short day. Alright, so after I have my coffee, I brush my teeth, here's what I do next in my day. I wash my skin. So first I take off my 2 rings. I take my 2 rings that my partner gave me off because I do not want them to accidentally fall in the sink. So next, what I do is I do my skin. As I said, I put on this little headband. Now I lost my little handcuff thingies, like, you know, the handcuffs that you put on and it helps the water to stop from going down your wrist. So I lost those, but what I start off with is I start with the Kelp Clean and Active Skin. So let me just put some on to my face. So I don't do a lot of it. I just do like a little bit of a handful and I kind of like spread it out onto my face. Now, like I said, I don't do a lot of it. Just do a little bit. Alright, and once I do that, I just do it all over my face. Looks like this. So I'll be back once I got this washed off. Okay, now that it's fully washed off and my face is nice and clean, the next thing that I do is I go in with my little Sea Silk Eye Gel. Now, this is very cheap. Usually when it comes to skin products, I usually tend to buy them like at the drugstore. I usually don't spend a lot on skincare. So this one is actually from probably a lot of people who do skincare are gonna get real mad at me, but this is actually from Dollarama. Now, my skin is very sensitive and I usually don't test stuff out that is from Dollarama, but I decided, since I love the ocean and I love any like sea or like sea, kelp, stuff like that type of skincare, I decided to try this out and it's actually really good. So after I put that onto my eyes and tap it in a little bit, I go in. This one is from Sephora. I go in with my green tea seed hyaluronic cream. And for the money that I spent on this skincare, I absolutely love it. So I put just a little bit on. I don't even need a lot. I might need a little bit more than that, but yeah, like a little bit takes me a long way, you guys. A little bit takes me a long way, so I don't really put a lot on. I also put it on my eyelids because your eyelids are also your skin. So yeah, so that's my basic skin morning routine. So the thing that I do next after my skincare is I take 2 pills. I take turmeric and I take kind of like a metabolism fat burner pills because they help me. So yeah, so those are the pills that I will be taking. I will be taking a turmeric, and yeah, I take them every single day. The reason why I take turmeric, even though I'm only like in my 20s, I have major back problems because I fell onto my back so many times as a kid. So let me just take those pills and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have my pills taken, it's still around 7. It's getting closer and closer to my work. So before I start my work, the final thing that I do is I do some chores around my place. So yeah, let's do some chores before my work starts. Alright guys, so I'm back. So my chores were pretty simple this morning. I just had to put a few dishes away. But anyway, it's about like, it's practically 8. So my computer is in front of me. I'm not gonna flip the camera and show it to you guys because there's some private information on there for my work. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to start my work and I will see you guys on my next break. And yes, people that work from home still get breaks. I know, sounds crazy, but we still get breaks. Some companies do let their employees get break. It's kind of mandatory by law to have breaks even if you work from home. So yeah, I'll see you guys on my first break. Bye! Guys, so I'm officially on my break. It's raining outside very heavily. I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise, but right now I'm going over to Dollarama to do some shopping. So yeah, I'll see you guys once I'm there. Guys, we're in Dollarama and I'm currently in. I'm gonna try to keep my voice down, but I only need a couple things. So let's get those couple things. Okay, so currently I'm in the water bottle section and look at how cute these things are. I have little sisters, so oh my god, this is so cute. But yeah, anyway, let's continue looking for the aisle that I actually need and let's not get too distracted. Alright, so I got my first thing. So Dollarama, if you're saving money, Dollarama is a great place to go. So yeah, I got my first product, which is just simple salt. I think that's all I need. I might have to check. Alright guys, so I found this cute, adorable locket. Let me show you from Dollarama. Obviously it's fake, but it is so cute. That is adorable. But anyway, let's continue searching. Alright guys, so I found these cute little headbands and I hate tying my hair up in ponytails, but I like having it out of my face. So hopefully those will help. Anyway, let's continue looking. Also, if you guys don't know what I'm looking for, I'm getting salt. I'm getting the thingy for the hairband that I just showed you guys, and I'm also looking for a bag that can be my partner's lunch pail, because his is completely getting trashed. So let's find that. And before you guys ask me, and yes, there's some pretty fake flowers behind me, but before you ask me why don't you just get him a lunch pail, he's not really a fan of lunch pails, so I have to settle on trying to find him a bag for his lunch. So let's keep searching until I find something. Alright guys, so I found this. As I said before, very cute lunch pails, but like I said, he does not want a lunch pail. He wants a lunch bag. So let's keep searching. Alright, so I kind of found something. I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking, but I need to make this fast because my break is almost over. So I need to hurry it up. Alright guys, so I looked around and looks like I'm either going to have this one right here for his lunch pail, or I'm gonna have to go with this huge one. And I don't think there's no point in getting it that big, so I think I'm just gonna settle for this. So yeah, because I looked all over Dollarama and I didn't find it, so I hope that he'll be okay with this. He is a proud Canadian, guys. He is a proud Canadian, but I'm gonna have to see his reaction on his first break as well. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go to checkout and then I'm gonna go home. I'm walking back home and I got him a Cameo one instead, because I realized that at the checkout area they had a camo one, and I know he's a big fan of camo. So yeah, so instead of that Canada one, he's getting a black camo. I'll show it to you guys once I get home. But yeah, I'm gonna go because my phone's getting wet even though I'm underneath the umbrella. And I should really be watching where I'm going because I don't want to trip. So see you guys when I get home. Guys, so I'm back home and I am about to go back to work. like I said, the computer is behind me. I'm not gonna flip the camera over, but I'm gonna show you guys the three things that I got. So, like I said, first thing was the little headband. Now, I really like it. It lets me have my hair free and stuff like that, but it keeps it out of my face. The only thing that kind of pisses me off is it keeps going up into my head and it keeps trying to slide completely off. Not like just in the back, but also in the front. That kind of pisses me off about it. I don't know if that's the way it works. I don't know. You guys tell me, because it's my first time getting it. Next, I just got this regular table salt. We need a table salt, so I just picked some up from Dollarama. And the last thing is that camel bag. So as you saw in my video, I mentioned that I got some camel bag for him instead of the Canadian bag that he can use for his lunch pail. So here's how it looks like, just a standard bag. And what I didn't notice is that it actually had a zipper, so but it's a little cameo bag. But anyway, yeah, that's literally all I got, and I'm gonna get back to work, and I'm gonna probably continue recording once I'm either making when I'm making dinner for before he gets home, or either when I'm making dinner or whenever my next break at work is. So yeah, I'll see you guys. I see you guys when I see you. Hi guys, alright, so welcome back. So I am going to be making dinner. So today I'm going to be making chicken and veg. So first I have 3 chicken breasts in here. So I usually don't do chicken a lot, but my partner absolutely loves, he loves when I make chicken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut up the chicken. Here is how it looks like. Oh, I almost dropped you guys, but here it looks like it's just right here. Yeah, but I am going to cut it up, so I'll be right back. So here is the chicken in the bowl. Hold on, let me flip the camera over and show you guys. That's the chicken in the bowl. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add onion and garlic to it. But before I do that, I'm gonna clean the board off and clean my tools off, aka my board and the knife off before I do anything to this. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we got our tools cleaned off, what we're gonna do, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some freshly garlic, which you don't have to, it doesn't have to be freshly garlic if you guys don't want to. Like, if you ever do this recipe, which it's a very easy recipe, it's literally just chicken, veggies, and garlic. Anyone can make it. But the point I'm trying to make is the fact that anyone can do it. It's a very easy recipe. When I was first making this recipe, my mom suggested, because the thing is, chicken and veggie is mostly my mom's thing. It's not my thing. It's mostly my mom's thing. So I asked my mom for advice about what I should put when I was with the chicken. She recommended fresh garlic. And the thing is, guys, it's really up to you if you want to use fresh garlic or if you want to use already like one of those pre-chopped garlic thing, minced garlic, pre-minced garlic that you can buy in the store, like in the little jars. So it's already like minced and ready to go. I personally will do that next time. I just have leftover garlic from the last time that I did this, like fresh garlic leftover from last time. So obviously I can't just let food go to waste, so yeah. But what I'm pretty much gonna do is I'm just going to peel it and stuff like that, because obviously you have to actually peel the garlic, and then I'm gonna mince it and I'm gonna throw it in with the chicken. So be right back. Alright, so I got my garlic minced. Here's how it looks. That's how it looks. Of course, whenever you're doing this recipe, you can choose however you want to mince yours. I prefer to mince mine like this and keep it that. I don't like to make it like too minced, but at the same time, I like to mince it enough that obviously you can tell that there's obviously garlic in there. So I'm gonna put the bowl aside, and the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take onion. Now I know how everyone feels about onion, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this onion and I'm just gonna mince all of this up. So be right back after I'm done that. Alright, so I got all my onion. Whew. Yeah, I'm crying, guys. I'm crying from the onion. But anyway, I just throw all my onion in there. Then after I have my garlic, my chicken, and my onion right in this bowl right here, what I do, yeah, I'm sorry guys, if I cry, you know why, it's because of the onion. But anyway, now I start to do the seasonings, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, by the looks of it, I looked through my spices and apparently I'm missing a spice. And obviously this recipe it can't be without it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out to quickly to a store and go grab it. Hopefully they will have it. So I'll be back. I'm gonna obviously I'm not gonna just leave this on the counter. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. But I'm gonna quickly go out and grab it. See you guys when I'm back. Oh, I'm back. So here are the spices that I'm gonna use. Alright, so first thing that I do is I put a little bit of sunflower oil. So just a little bit of sunflower oil. I don't do too much of it. Like I do enough, but I don't do a lot of it. Next, I do the spices. So starting off, I do the salt. I do a little bit of pepper. Front side. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing. That's okay. Then I go in with Italian seasoning. Now, when it comes to spices, I don't measure it out. I just kind of like eyeball it, how I think, how much I should put. Next, I go in with lemon pepper seasoning. My partner absolutely loves his lemon pepper and chicken. Then I go in with seasoning salt. That's the one that I actually went out to get. I know I just put a regular salt in there, but my partner also loves the seasoning salt being in there. Now another one that I do, it's called all-purpose seasoning by Cool Runnings. Now I do this one, it has a bit of a kick to it in my opinion because I'm not really a spicy food eater. This one has a bit of a kick to it in my opinion, so I only put like a tiny spoon of this, so hold on. So I take like a measuring spoon or just a regular spoon and I just do a little bit. I don't even do the full spoon, honestly. I just do like that much. Like I don't do a lot of this one. And yeah, so this is how it looks like. So now I'll actually start to mix it up. What I like to do is I like to put on gloves. Because I don't know why, I do not like the texture of the chicken, so yeah, but before I start mixing it, I let it sit for a little bit and I do other stuff, so hold on. Also, I totally forgot, I also put oregano leaves. So I kind of forgot about them. So I just put a little bit of oregano leaves, I don't do too much, but yeah. So the next thing I do is I take out this big ass tray, and for the big ass tray I'm going to put a bell pepper, and so yeah, I'm gonna put the bell pepper and I'm going to put in, some people might hate me for this, some people might like me, but I put this mixed veggies bag into the thing. So first I'm gonna actually put this in the tray because actually I'm gonna do the bell pepper, then I'll do these ones. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it because the way I always do it is I put the veggies first and then I put the mix, but I think I will do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna spread it out. Oh fuck. Yeah, I just dropped some of it. Hold on. So now what I'm gonna do is I have the veggies. They look like that. So let me actually flip my camera around again and show you. That's how it looks like. It's just some peas, some green beans, just some frozen veg. Now you could technically use non-frozen veg and like cut it all up yourself, but I prefer using the fresh mix because it's quicker. And since even though I work from home and stuff and I have a lot of time to spare on my hands, at the same time, I kind of want to have time to let everything marinate and all of that. But next thing that I do is I take the bell pepper, a red bell pepper, and I cut it up into pieces and I add it with the veg. So I'll be back. But before we actually do that, let's kind of mix the chicken up. So as I said, I like to put on gloves. Now, some people will be like, I'm just gonna do it by hand. I have a thing about touching meat, so I'm using gloves. So yeah, I'm just going to mix up the meat and just mix up everything that's like the meat and the stuff together. And another thing that I like to do when mixing like the meat and like stuff in is what I like to do is I like to also put extra stuff in it. So like I like to put more stuff into it because to make sure the chicken is all like nicely coated, I like to go over one more time when I'm mixing. I like to go over one more time with the seasoning, not with all the seasonings, but like a couple major ones. For example, like the salt or the lemon zest one. My partner absolutely is obsessed with the lemon zest one. He loves it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about him, but he, for some reason, is a big fan of the lemon zest. For some unknown reason. I'm not gonna question it because, hey, he loves my cooking, so yeah. So I'm not gonna question it, honestly. I'm not going to because if my partner loves it, he loves it. You can't blame a man for liking something. I'm gonna put I'm just gonna put a little bit more pepper. Or not pepper. I'm gonna put a little bit more of the thing into it. Like you can tell that it's like all marinated in here. Now, other people have ways of marinating their chicken and everything like that. I have certain ways that I like to marinate mine. So, yeah. So, I'll be back. Alright, so the chicken's all done and marinated. This is how it looks like. It looks so good. So now, what I'm gonna do, now that it's all mixed up, is I'm going to put it in the fridge to marinate. I don't know why I said it's done marinating. I don't know it. But I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Alright, so now that chicken is marinating, we're going to get back to the bell pepper. As I said, I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to... So the way you kind of cut into a bell pepper is kind of like how you would cut into a pumpkin in a way. Some people do it other ways. My mom taught me to do it by cutting it into like you would cut into a pumpkin. So... yeah, so that's fun. Oh, I don't know why I had the knife facing me. One thing you should never do is have a knife facing you. Never have a knife facing you. I made that mistake just now. Because I am kind of stupid. So, yeah. So, this is how it looks like. So, we just have some bell pepper and some veggies on the bottom. So what I like to do next, usually I would do this process at the end. So yeah, so for now we are going to go ahead and put this aside and we are going to wait for a little bit. It depends on really how long you want to wait. But we put this aside. For now, we put this aside for the time being. So yeah, so we have to cut up bell peppers, and they're just in on the top areas of the mix. The mix is going to be later, well, not to sound cringy, mixed up. But for now, we're just gonna put it aside, and we'll be back later on. So hi guys, so right now what we're gonna do, here are our last steps. So for this recipe, heat up your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, and while the oven is preheating, we're gonna add a few more stuff to this. So let's do that. Alright, so what we're gonna add to it is we're gonna add a jar of chickpeas. You can use whatever brand you like. I personally like the Enco brand or the Junco brand, something like that. And we will add also Italian style diced tomatoes, but those we're gonna add at the end before we put the chicken in. So first, let's open this puppy up and let's put it in. So for the chickpeas, make sure that all the water from it is drained before putting it in. And just then put all the chickpeas in. Like I said, we're gonna add this last, so yeah. So we're also going to, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and just a tiny, very, very tiny drop of a little bit of olive oil. The reason why we add the olive oil to it is because what we wanna end up doing is we wanna end up just a little bit of pepper. Don't put too much pepper. That's the thing that you do not want to end up doing, is you don't want to end up putting too much pepper or too much olive oil into your mixture. Because if there's too much olive oil, you can end up having the thing. I'm also going to again use a glove. These are from Dollarama, so they're cheap as heck. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the glove and I'm just gonna mix it all up. I'm gonna mix up the chickpeas with the veggies. I'm gonna mix it all up together. Now this is the tricky part. You gotta do carefully that you don't accidentally crush your chickpeas. So, but we're gonna mix all of it up. So I'm slowly mixing all of the chickpeas, the veggies up. So yeah, so now it just looks, so hold on, let me take my glove off. Alright, so now what we do is we take the chicken and we put it on top of this. So let me go grab the chicken from the fridge. So alright, I have the chicken right in here. I'm using the same glove that I used for the veggies. And I'm just going to put the chicken on top. That's all I'm going to do, is I'm just going to put the chicken randomly on top of the dish. I'm going to put in crevices and spaces where I can see the chicken is needed. Just going to spread it out. Get everything, scrape everything with my glove from the bottom. So like so. Alright, so now all the chicken is on it. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and put the diced tomatoes in. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the diced tomatoes in. So I'm gonna take my glove off carefully because of the fact that I'm going to be reusing this glove. So I'm gonna take it off carefully. Okay, so it's carefully taken off, and I'm just going to open this up and put it on top. Alright, so now it's all ready. Here's how it looks. That's how it looks like for you guys. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it in the oven for 50 minutes, then plus another 10. So let's go do that. So it's ready, let's pull it out of the oven. Alright, so here is how it looks like. Mind you, it has to go in for 10 more minutes. But this is how it looks like so far. That's how it looks like so far. It looks... So I need to put it in for another 10. Guys, so it is complete. It is finished. So I will show you how it looks in the oven instead of how it will look out of the oven because it needs to sit on broil for 4 minutes. So let me just show you how it looks like. Let me prop open my oven. So that's how it looks like. It looks very good. It looks very delicious. So I hope you guys all have enjoyed the short day in my life, and I'm just going to quickly set a timer for 4 minutes to let it broil. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed the short little vlog of what I do throughout my day while my partner is at work. So, yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you want me to make cooking videos at all, let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Or if you guys want to actually see how this recipe is fully made, like actually see what I'm putting in it, see how I'm chopping everything, from that type of point of view, let me know in the comments. For now, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!